Ahoy there, I'm Tiny Pirate. Welcome to a Let's Play of Stellaris. I've been lucky enough to get my hands on this a few days ago, and I've been playing it endlessly in preparation for the press release, and I want to bring you what I've learned. Bring you the fun of Stellaris, because I'm really enjoying it. And that is not a review. Those are embargoed until the 9th of May, but that is my feeling. Yeah, I don't know if that counts. So let's go through race creation first. Now, I'm going to create the race that I'll be playing through the Let's Play, and the first thing to really look at is appearance. Now, there's heaps of options under here, lots of little animated portraits for you to enjoy, and of course, blog, space friends to everyone are here. I'm going to be playing an anthropoid race. Feel like playing sort of a collectivist swarm, bee-like horde, and I need to find one that's going to be particularly horde-like. I'm kind of inclined to these guys right now. Well, let's just have a little look through. I suppose you could argue that fungoids could be some kind of bee-like horde, but so could these guys. These guys are pretty cool. But I quite like these guys. These have the right feel for me. So we're going to go for this one. And as you hit next through the game, you get to see the next exciting features you have to work on. Thermoids. Oh, what do we got here? Oh, lots of good options. The Chitini. I think we might change that to no. There we go. Let's change that to the Chitinian. There we go. It's figured it out down here, but not here. We are the Chitini, we are one, we are the Chitini, always Chitini. Great, so then I can choose from name lists. And where are we? Avian, anthropoid, and so on. This anthropoid list looks... We'll go for that one. That seems good. Next is our traits. So there's lots of options here, but I'm going to be working with Decadent, which is interesting. So Decadent is minus output when you don't have slaves, but this race, being collectivists, being a hive, are going to have slaves all the time. So that's kind of a free point, I figure. Only right at the start of a colony will they not have slaves, and I can wear that. They're going to be repugnant. This is going to lessen their relations with other people, but hey, that's just one of the things you have to face sometimes. I'm going to put them down as repugnant because they're so alien. They are obviously alien from other aliens, that goes without saying, but even from within that sort of style of being a species among the stars, these guys are weird. And we're going to be adaptive, so we can kind of get around a little bit and explore. I got 2 points left, so I was thinking of going... Not talented, intelligent. Where is it? Smart. Where's the smart one? Not quick learners, that's experience gain. Not for skill gain. Intelligent. There it is. Just a little boost on science. They have to have been pretty clever to get into space, I figure. So that's 4 of the points spent. And we have our adaptive, intelligent, repugnant, decadent race. Now, I'm going to choose female. Doesn't seem to make a difference here, they look the same. But it's going to be female because she is the queen of our colony. And, oh, I like that. Kind of a blue. No clothes on this one. So she can be Ukmar. Sounds pretty cool. Traits, that is good. Don't know why it's still red there. Fine. So name and class, homeworld name. I'm going to name it after one of my sponsors on... Star name. We're going to call it the 2. We're going to call it the Ricky 2, which is another sponsor. And it's going to be a random starting system. Another sponsor on Patreon, of course. So, what kind of world are they going to come from? My bugs are not arid world people. Tundra, maybe. They sort of feel like jungle people to me. I think jungle will do the tricks. So, tropical world. And we can have a look here. Ocean world, Arctic world, continental. No, these guys lived in forests in their prehistory. And then you can choose the style of city. So anthropoid seems appropriate. Getting through here. So ethics is really interesting as well. It unlocks different governments. So as you see, as I tick on these various options, the government choices you get change. So Fanatic Collectivist is where I'm going to start. And that gives them 100% slavery tolerance. They don't mind if people are enslaved. And of course not. They're a hive mind. Or at least a hive, like a beehive. They don't care who is a worker, who's a drone, who's a soldier. And that also gives them reduced food consumption, which is quite nice. Will mean that they grow. The more food on a planet, the more spare food the faster people grow. Now, the next one to look at is what modifier. I can choose one more from the inner circle of less exciting things. Kind of tempted by the science output. I don't really need happiness. And spiritualism has some interesting options deep under its tree, but I'm not really feeling it. So I could go militarist or xenophobe. Doesn't really seem appropriate. The 50% slavery tolerance there, I don't need to care about that because we're already 100% tolerant of slavery of both our own people and foreign people. So xenophobes can be people who absolutely don't mind other races being slaves, but not themselves. We don't care at all. So it doesn't seem much point in going that one. Energy credits don't really seem much point. Pacifist. No, I don't think they're a pacifist. They don't care about other people at all. They're indifferent to them. So I think maybe Materialists. They had to have been smart to get into space, I figure. Now we have choice of government. Despotic Empire is quite nice because of the slave bonus. You can see at the bottom there. Slave mineral and food output, which is probably what I'll go for. I can't see any other particularly good options. This one here for research, that's great, but if we just were massive with hugely producing citizens, then it wouldn't really matter if we were a little bit slower on tech. So Despotic Empire seems about right for a hive mind of people. So Empire name, the Chitini Imperium, no, that's too organized. Royal, no. Royal. The Chitian Swarm, I think. Hive, actually, that's what I'll go for. Chitinian Hive, yes, the Chitini Hive sounds good. And flag. There is a zoological one under here I spotted earlier. What do you know? Cells for a hive. And, colours, kind of inclined to go... it's a little bit horrendous. That deep purple seems, I don't know, somewhat bee-like. Or gold all over, maybe? Just gold. For the yellow honey hive. No, it's a bit hard to see. That will do. And we can do a pattern. So we could have interesting basketball-shaped patterns there. No, I think that'll probably do. And secondary, maybe we'll shift it to something a little bit more complementary. Yeah, that seems fine to me. Starting weapons. These are not massively important, except I found that projectile weapons don't look really cool. You can't really see them shooting, you see the banging. So it's either energy or missile. Missile... I think we'll just go for missile weapons, seems fun. Now, this is a really interesting choice, how your race travel. Warp travel, they just go point to point within range. They can travel to different systems. Not a huge fan of that. Hyperspace travel, you can travel space lanes between stars. They're only visible if you have hyperspace travel or if you go and select that as a tick to learn. You can spot the lanes later on in the game if you're not already a hyperspacer. But wormhole travel is my favourite. And we'll look at how that plays out in the Let's Play itself if you haven't seen it already. And I think you'll agree it's pretty fun. Pretty quick travel. It's a little bit infrastructure dependent, but it does make spreading out and exploring not too difficult as long as you keep growing. And in terms of ships, I think we'll go with the anthropoid ships. Why not? Stick to it. And here we are. We are a Fanatic Collectivist Materialist Empire. Decadent, so we need slaves. Repugnant, just because we're so alien-minded from everyone else. We are adaptable, because we're a strange bug creature like a cockroach. Of course we're adaptable. And we're intelligent, because you have to be pretty smart to make do with what we've got. So with that, we're saved, and we can get stuck into the game. I'll show you the creation. We're going to go for 1,000 stars. And I think we're going to go for 4 arms, just to space everyone out a little. Difficulty normal, any FTL method, and won't bother with Iron Man. Keep saving every few minutes. So off we go. And that's race creation. I hope you'll join me in the full series of this Let's Play, and we'll work through the Chitini and see how far we can take them. Until next time, I've been Tiny Pirate. Good night.